This is example 1, manipulating SOLIDWORKS files. This exercise file is simply a plastic toy dump truck. We're going to look at how we manipulate files within our SOLIDWORKS environment while we begin to look at the various menu systems and shortcuts. First thing we'd like to do is look at how we zoom in and out our model. Now we'll note that our model is in this area that we call the graphics area. This is where our model is always housed, and we'd like to be able to zoom this model in and out. The first way of zooming in and out that we're going to use is simply by using the mouse wheel. So scroll your mouse wheel away from you to move the model away, and scroll your mouse wheel towards you to move the model towards you. Let's try zooming in too far, and we'll see that now on the top area, we're going to start using what's called the heads-up view toolbar. The heads-up view toolbar is a series of view commands that are often used. The one we'd like to use this time is the zoom to fit. Before I select zoom to fit, let's note that in brackets is F. That means that the F key is a shortcut key for this command. Let's select that command, and we've now fit our model into our graphics area. Again, let's zoom our model too far out, and again, select the fit command, this time pressing the F on the keyboard. So we'll see both those methods are methods of zooming to fit. Now at times you'll know that there's an exact area you want to zoom into. One way is to hold the cursor over that. We're using what we call dynamic zoom. So SOLIDWORKS is zooming around the center point of your cursor. Again, you'll see wherever my cursor is the center point for the zoom. An alternative way is to select zoom to area and simply draw a box around the area that you want to zoom into. I'm going to again select F to fit my model to the graphics area. Now the next thing we want to look at is how we rotate our model. There again is several ways of doing this. First way we'll look at is using the arrow keys. And we can see that by default SOLIDWORKS rotates 15 degrees with each press of the arrow key. You can use either up or down to rotate your model to the location you want. Alternatively, you could press and hold the middle mouse wheel. And you'll see that when I press and hold the middle mouse wheel and move my mouse around, I can rotate my model. Also note on the screen I have a little blue icon with two arrows displaying the rotate command. Now at times you'll get all the way to the bottom of the screen and you can't rotate any farther. So you'll need to release, bring your mouse cursor back up to the top and continue rotating. At times, if you know where you want to rotate, with time you'll understand where to start your cursor movement so that you can get to the location you want to get to in one swoop. Okay, so we've looked at how to rotate our model using the mouse and the arrows, but we don't yet know how to look directly at either the front, top, or side of our model. To do this, again, we're going to use the heads up toolbar, and under view orientation, we can select a specific view, be that top or front or one of the sides. We also have the option of the isometric view. I'm going to toggle back to the top plane. Before I do so, let's just again look that there are control keys for each of the front, top, and side. Control 1 being front, Control 5 being top, Control 6 being bottom, 3 being left, 4 being right, and 2 being back. Let's just try that. Control 3, look directly at the side. And now what I'm going to do is hold the Shift key down and press the arrow keys. You'll see with the Shift key held down, my model rotates in 90-degree increments as opposed to 15-degree increments. This again is a handy way of rotating from the front to the top. And now the last thing we want to look at is the normal to command. What the normal to command will do is if we select a face, we can select normal to, either on what's called the context toolbar. What this toolbar does is offer a list of the most likely commands you are going to use. If we select normal to, we'll look directly at the surface that we've selected. Just rotate away again. And we'll see that also in our view orientation drop down on our heads up toolbar, we also have the normal to command. Let's look to note that the N key or the Control 8 key are shortcuts for the normal to command as well. So I'm not going to select normal to here. I'm going to select the N key on my keyboard and note that we're looking normal to. Let's also note that if you toggle normal to, you'll look either directly at the front of the face or directly at the back of the face by simply toggling normal to back and forth. And the other thing we want to note is that as well as looking normal to the face, we've also fit the model to the screen in one action. Okay, so that concludes the first example that we're going to do. At this point, you can take a few minutes to manipulate this model, and when you're complete, go back into your design binder and open up example 2, where we'll begin looking at the various SOLIDWORKS file types. I hope this was an informative starting lesson and will help ease you into using solid modeling and SOLIDWORKS.